Good morning, Azeroth. It is the 27th of January 2025. Grab your morning beverage and welcome to the stream. Just a few weeks out, assumably from the next patch, we continue our solo shuffle grind on the Druid to earn that elite PvP set, while earning some chitting along the way, that mount quest we found. Without further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're all doing well today. It's Monday, start of the week. Keep yourselves hydrated, take it steady. You've got this. Right, now, I said we were just here farming some Nerubians to get this ridiculous amount of chitting. Something to do in the downtime. Fortunately dropped under the 1500 mark, but we will see about earning that back. Try as best to do so. We've all had a good weekend out there. The morning greets you kindly. Now for me the weekend was a little heavier than anticipated. Mainly my fortnightly foray to local watering holes ended up being a little too ham for me, so to speak. Just overdid it a wee bit. Come to a bit of peer pressure and was like, you know what? I could have another drink, and here's why we say drink responsibly. Just ended up overdoing it. In that process though, discovered there was a bar in my local area that I'd never even been to, didn't know existed really, just round the corner. Ridiculous, like proper snooker table in the middle of the room, like the size of most of the room. It was wild. And most pubs you get a small little table going on, or multiple tables for folks to play, but this thing was gigantic, something you'd see on really official games. But everyone was far too hammered to actually be playing anything. And then it was like that realization of, oh no, we're pushing past midnight and I have overdone it. The world is starting to spin in uncomfortable ways, wobbling myself back, getting far too ill. And then the following day was just mostly hangover. It was not good at all. It was like, I'm too old for this. I can't be doing this anymore. Again, it has been a while since I pushed it that far. Well, that did mean Sunday. I ended up having the opportunity just to binge catch up a chunk of anime, which was alright. Hard to enjoy when you were pounding headache, but you know, we got there. I was more catching up on some seasonal stuff. Folks who know out there, Shangri-La Frontier, it's like an MMO based one. Full VR diving kind of thing. It's alright, it's fun to get yourself lost in those little like what craziness video games could be without, you know, there's no old Sword Art Online style of, oh, we're all gonna, if you die in the game, you die in real life. None of that. Oh, that was relatively quick. It's just a good bit of fantasy fun. And the other one, and solo leveling. I'll get into that. I have some stuff to say about that show. I'll get into how to do this arena. Let's see how we get on. Assassination Rogue, Marksmanship Hunter, Preservation Evoker, Resto Druid, Beast Mastery Hunter. Alright. Remember the Cyclone button. Remember the Haymaker button. Incarnation, start the fight. Get it on cooldown, start doing the damage. Everybody jump in. We're all energized this morning. On the topic of a rough week, I did not sleep very well, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit wobbly. Do my best. I'll set focus to the DPS. Not that I ever managed to pay attention to it with everything going on, but we'll try. Have a swig of his tea. Nice and hot for a change. While it lasts. Too hot. tongue scaldingly hot, which means I'm going to forget about it and then it'll be cold by the time I do.
Do not let the content down.
Nah, off we go.
We expect a return on our investment.
Okay, I gotta wait for a rogue to pop. Oh, but we're all invisible as well. Ooh. Now you've just used your crowd control. Ow. Get those poisons off him. Ow.
Victory is clear. Our bargain is up here.
Safe friend. I'm asleep.
No matter who wins, we profit.
I was just crowd controlled. It was nicely done by the enemy team. Keep me busy. The rogue gets the thing off. That worked really well for him. Let's see what more I could have done on that one. Go for the rogue rather than the hunter, maybe. That might have been the answer. Double hunters this time going to be a bit of a nightmare. Oh no. Prowl. Thanks for mate. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. There we
Do
go.
not let the content down. We expect a return on our investment.
Should try and get the hunter before they... Nope. Oh no, that's not good. Didn't pop though. Nom followed by Nom. Keep fighting. Ah.
Victory is clear. Our bargain is upheld.
Wish Cyclone just had a bit of a shorter range. Oh, get stunned.
No matter who wins, we profit.
Oh, he did it.
Victory is clear. Our bargain is upheld. Victory is clear. Our bargain is upheld.
Can he keep on one?
No matter who wins,
I got nature locked.
we profit.
Yeah. More binding roots, maybe? Messy. Messy business. I think the bleeds over time were doing a lot of work between the two of them, but maybe I need to get onto the third target at that point, sprint over. Cyclone a second target.
Do not let the content down. We expect a return on our investment.
I know he says do not let the cartel down, but always to me it's like, do not let the content down. I'm like, I'm trying. Don't know why my brain register is like that. Okay, they're gonna all be over. I'm not using Vortex. That's one thing. I haven't pressed that button yet. No haymaker. Uh-oh. I got spotted. Quick. Stealth. Ah, you've been seen. Run back to stealth. What's this game we're playing?
Victory is clear. Our bargain.
Big stun. That worked. That worked. Oh yeah, if we just get them alone, everyone's stealthing, just stop them healing. I don't think that should have worked so well, but there we are. It did. I'll try that again. Druid's gonna be ready for it this time.
Do not let the cartel down. We expect a return.
They get you again, Druid.
Investment. No matter who wins, we profit.
Nope, you're mine. Healer is unable to keep up with me. Feels mean. I think the preservation of Evoker managed better the first couple of rounds. Again, just trying to get the stuns out. Depends if they're nullifying Shroud, which I've not been noticing. We'll find out.
Do not let the cartel down. We expect a return on our investment. Victory is clear.
No.
Our bargain
Jesus!
is upheld.
Apparently, I just need to be attacking healers. I don't know what's happening. This feels absurd. Is there just a big gear difference in everyone in here, or a couple greens, but nothing that suggests I should be able to just nom-face like that? But we'll do it again. Can't stop me now. Blood in the water, and I'm hungry. A nice transmog on the road.
Do not let the cartel down. We expect a return on our investment.
Everybody sneaking around. Oh, I didn't rip. No, keep it going.
matter who wins, we profit.
Hey. Big amount of damage on my part. I'll take the rating upgrade. Nice. That's a good start. It's a solid start for the day. Not too long a queue either. Lovely stuff. What is about Monday? Monday always seems to be the day where the queues are the fastest. Hang on, the Rubians. I need to get going again. As I was saying, solo leveling. Right, now this is a big boom in popularity in a similar way when you saw something like Sword Art first come out. And the premise I actually find really interesting. Set in, you know, the real world, except there are these big fantasy gates where all these monsters are pouring through. And military stuff does naught to them. Obviously, you need swords and magic gained from inside these dungeons, and magic has flown into the world somewhat. So some folks have become hunters, where you can get paid to go and hunt them down. You're assigned different ratings based on like your latent magical ability, that kind of thing. Our hero, he's E. He's the lowest of the low. You can get paid sod all, isn't very strong. There's no leveling up in this world. But lo and behold, by the end of a very harrowing first dungeon, our main character gains the ability to level up. And how these guilds kind of are the big political powers in the world, and that interplay is set up in a really interesting way. Having read most of it, not most of it, I've read all of it in the bonus material some time ago. At one point, a family member got one of the light novels from my local library. Got addicted to reading through it. The intriguing parts of that setup and story never really go anywhere, and it goes straight into just constant power fantasy, wish fulfillment, that kind of thing. However, if you can take it for that, it's just a good old time, and it's wonderfully animated. I love the character of Igris, or Ignis, that big knight character. That Artorias from Dark Souls, but if he hadn't been corrupted by the Abyss, fantastic. I won't spoil where the story goes, but I don't know, there was something about reading it where you're like, every time you think, oh, this is going to get a bit more interesting, it's like, and we're back to just my guy is the strongest. Again, there's something to be said for that. There's an enjoyment to just watch overpowered dude dunk on everything in existence with stakes that seem like they're getting higher, but not really. I say, you look past the hoping it was anything deeper, and you can just really enjoy it for what it is, and I do. There's some discussion about the changes they've made from the novels and what they've had to cut back on, but so far, I mean, nothing too crazy. Mind you, it's been some time since I read them. But again, if you're looking for a bit of just fun anime power fantasy, it's a good old time. As ever in that vein, I'm always mostly up to date with One Piece. More reading it week to week than watching. I know they've, for the first time since its run, they had a big old break for the anime. Try and step up the quality a little bit. I think it's coming back soon. Manga for that's doing some crazy stuff. Again, if you don't want spoilers, close yourselves off for a few minutes, but one of the main characters, Redhead Shanks, right, is like a mentor figure to our main character, one of the strongest in the world and all that. Suddenly had age-old fan theory that there was actually a second one of this guy. Might sound like surprise twin plot kind of thing. It was revealed, yes, Shamrock, possibly twin brother. We're not 100% sure. I know that story's been going on since before I was born. One Piece has been around a real long time. It's like the only one of the main, what we used to call the big three in anime terms, which was Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. The only one that's really kept going. I know Naruto's got Boruto, it's kind of a second generational thing. doesn't seem to have gone across that well. I enjoyed the bits I watched. It's just I was behind, and then you're catching up. Hey, it takes a while. I'd like to get to it at some point, though. Apparently, that one's gone crazy places. And Bleach has returned in an animated form for the last arc of the manga, or apparently they're doing some more. And Bleach was... I really enjoyed Naruto when I was younger, and I still did watching through it. But Bleach just spoke to me a little more. Maybe saw the sword fighting, you know, that kind of won me over. But over the years, kind of plot holes of it, or not even plot holes, just it grew annoying in that way shonen anime generally can, which is rather than a fight being solved in a clever way, it just ended up being, I have a power you didn't know. Now I'm winning the fight. But I had this superpower we didn't know existed 2 minutes. Now I'm winning. And then a load of constant, especially in this last arc, there's a load of big moments and like, character deaths, and then it's like, actually no, we're fine. Actually no, we're fine. And the author, Kubo, he just kept doing that. And it just undercuts the whole thing for me. There's some really dope moments. You know, there's some really dope moments in that show that really make it stand out in those final seasons of it. But man, it undercuts itself so often. I'm more watching it to finish. And I remember this exact same feeling when it was the manga. Obviously, the anime has embellished some bits, and I think it's really good for that. And I actually think some of the actual written character beats between certain characters, especially on their seemingly way out, are actually really well handled. Again, it all gets undercut so often. It can be really hard to enjoy. And I think in a similar vein for Solo Leveling, once you accept the conceit, you kind of have to... We're good. You know? I've accepted where we are. But I don't know. Even Bleach, because it's been one of those long-running runs. It's like, I just wanted a little bit more. I know a lot of people just love it, wholeheartedly love 1000-Year Blood War arc. I believe I got the name right. No, I wish for more. It's always interesting what anime will come out and do next. There's one that I haven't got to yet, called Sakamoto Days. I think it's on Netflix. Which is about a retired hitman. He's put on a lot of weight, and he's got out of the life. He just wants to have a nice time with his family, but apparently his old life keeps bringing him back in, and folks are talking up wonders about that show. That it's funny, that it's energetic, it's combative. It's just a good old time. You know what? The more chill, getting out, especially when I first started expanding my anime horizons out of just straight shonen, without always going into like the seinen, like Berserk kind of stuff, like the really grim dark, like, oh, things are hell and it's violent, and there's a place for that too, of course. But getting into the slice of life stuff and the funny stuff, and I feel like anime can really make comedy pop. Just never watch enough of it in that regard. But there's so much coming out. It's the same with games and media in general. So much coming out these days. It's almost impossible to keep track of it all. It's even like big channels that cover anime don't always manage to get all the stuff themselves. They just try and curate, right, what should we be watching this season? That used to be a lot easier to answer. Now with so many streaming services and platforms, and each one trying to make their own stuff as well, a bit of a nightmare. Again, that's media all the way around at the moment. Somebody who hasn't really gone to the theatre to watch movies in a long time hasn't felt the need. I think what used to be, you go in, you see a few trailers for movies, it's like, oh, these are the movies coming out this year that we should care about. Maybe there's some smaller stuff we don't hear about, but now there's advertisements for movies all the time, and you see so few of them, and so many of it just ends up on a streaming service so quickly anyway. I imagine like with games, it's almost impossible to be covering everything these days. On the games front, it's weird. There are folks who are like, oh, there's Sodor's really come out last few years. I'm like, one, simply not true. See, like the Steam numbers, like last year, nearly 20k games came out. And that might be lowballing it. That's just on Steam. You think, that's... How many cool little indie projects get lost under the muck? And, I try and cover some indie games here and there, but it's hard to obviously get around to it all. Even when I wasn't streaming. Especially in a year where it's going to be chocked full of stuff. And I do want to play. Eternal Strands is kind of indie. It's a new team. Got some veteran experience, but I imagine that still constitutes as an indie studio. They don't label themselves as such on the website last I checked, but And also we've got Monster Hunter Wild and Avowed, and they're big. That's Obsidian, that's Capcom, it's not small. Then from that Xbox Direct, we just saw a load of games on there that are coming out in that time frame thereafter. It's certainly going to be a busy year. Now I do need to spend some time, and I don't know when yet, I really need to map it out, trying to get a dual stream to Twitch as well, because I know streaming in general, just comparing Twitch and YouTube, it's night and day. Twitch does way better for streaming. I just wanted to, one at a time, get myself up and running, show I could do it, get things archived and on here, and start building it up, But I know, especially if I want to be earning sooner with things, getting Twitch involved is a no-brainer. It's just understanding then, right, is my current setup able to handle that in a way where the footage is looking good? And do I have the internet speed to cover that for another thing? Make sure I've got the process down. I know it would involve a little more at the start, but at bare minimum. And every time I'm in that setup phase of the stream, I'm putting in the details in YouTube streaming. This game is the title, there's your thumbnail. Clicking through all the different YouTube settings. I know I'd have to do something similar for Twitch. Then I'd be doing both at once. Got to make sure both chats are working and I can see both, pay attention to both. But I hear once that ball's rolling, it's not too bad. Just to keep a pace with it. Piece of it. We're a 15th of our way through whatever this Mount Quest is. From what I understand, there are multiple steps that also require the gathering of things. Eating the Rubians, it's fine. If I get my little bug thing, I can technically shoot on myself. No. Big numbers. There'll be a Varium squish at some point. I wonder if they do it by midnight for already hitting the millions again. There was a period of time before they first did that, the very first time, where things were getting obscene. Numbers that were just like as long as half of the screen. You alright there, OBS? Hang on. It's making funny faces at me.
I see some
No, you seem fine. You seem fine.
Get
Oh,
ready to
Ruffius?
grab them.
Alright, technically I'm in Hallowfall, aren't I? Let's go up and see if we can grab that chest. And we'll come back down and kill more spiders. Seems to be flying over the free-for-all zone. Where are you, little plane?
The Cobus dare to attack our veneration grounds.
Ah, there we go. Dive, dive, dive! No. Ah, there. Damn, they've got me. Ah, my arena. Goodbye. Not goodbye. Not goodbye. Yeah. That's alright, we're in. Alrighty then. What have we got? Okay, Mage, Disc Priest, Beast Mastery Hunter, another Disc Priest, and Marksman Hunter. Now again, last time we were really able to burst down a healer at the very start. I'd be really curious if I can achieve that again. Especially because they're both going to be invisible at the start anyway, we might as well give it a try. Oh, tea's at that perfect temperature. Nom 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 nom. Got to chug as much of it as possible. Do need to leave a bit, otherwise I'm going to bug in my throat. Delicious Mr. Pandaria music. Oh, set focus to the other DPS. No, come here, priest. That's that mage just going invisible. Yep, they are. More dots going. Forgot to bug. That on. Remove that. Start dotting this mage. Ooh, got him. Wait, the mage was on half health. What happened? A big tick off me? I have no idea. Couple of Forsaken. It's very standard mage. I like it. It's simple. It works. And then an inquisitorial priest. Here we go again. Why has that gone to wins 4? That doesn't seem right. I went out of stealth. Don't know why. There you go. Shield up. Swap. Oh, nice catch. Wrong button. More dots. Need to bear. Get those dots going. Swap to another one. Don't let him move. It's Cyclone healer. Oh, healer sheeped. Oh, but they got a big defensive thing going. It's alright. Swap over again. No. No. Me, you. Nice, they got a win. Still, why is it wins 5? What has happened? Hey, I'm not going to complain. If I end this and suddenly it's plus 400 rating, like, hey, we did it, job done. We'll end early for the day. It's all good. We've got more of a low-key transmog. I like it. You got a bit of clash going on with the folds, though. Right, both invisible straight away. So let's eat the priest. Oh, not that way. Oh, big damage. Need to bear. Stay rooted. Keep moving. Some damage on you. That's done. Nice. Okay, target swapping then, especially when it's on the healer. Actually, just, you know, using the stuns at that time, not trying to save them to be fancy. The wind is at 6. What's happening? Morning, Andy. It was alright. A little heavy-handed, but it was alright. Just got a little too rowdy one night. Just drank a little too much, but otherwise, through the hangover now, fine. How about yourself, bub? You have a good weekend, I hope? Run again. Set focus to the hunter. Hello. Ah! More dots. Oh, got the thing back up. It's alright, swap to the other one. Give them a heal. Which I can't do at the moment. Stun didn't go off. Map frozen. Right. Should have done that back. Wasn't worth it. Oh, both priests have jumped into the air. It's a very silly move. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Okay, got thingy back. Oh no, it's so close! Bear, what am I doing? Bear! Eat the healer. Eat the healer. Oh, big arcane burst. Didn't see it coming. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear your PC went. It's always a nightmare when your PC kicks the bucket. I'm dreading the day it happens again to me. It's been a long time, but my gods, I've had this one a good while now. We're able to remedy the situation sooner rather than later, but I know it ain't a quick fix. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty bad. It was a rough one. I haven't had one like that in a number of years, but I'd love to say lesson learned, but every now and then it occurs again. Every now and then. But you know, we have to do these things to learn. No. You bugs. Watch out with your little bubble. I need to go hit another one. Out of line of sight. Heal the other one, get that one. Excuse me. Bugs. Nuts. Back here. Swap again. Oop. Oh, I got a big shield off. Heal. Mistimed that. Nice. It still says win 7. Where's this bug? Ah, fair enough. If she's getting looked after for some overheating. Like for me, it was always a matter of, I have not cleaned this often enough. Should be doing it once a month, barely do it once every 4. But again, hopefully that's an issue then just gets sorted out nice and quick for you, Andy. You can be back on your gaming soon. Quick swig of his drink and we go again. Whee! You stood in the back, priest. Won't have it. Won't allow it. Nom. Big nom. Beautiful, beautiful. Big damage. 52 rating as well. Nom 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 nom. Getting there. Oh, that's even more frustrating when you are spending the time, but then suddenly, especially with fans. Allowed to blank screen. That sucks, Bubby. Again, pardon me. Here's hoping they can sort you out relatively quickly. We used to have a PC shop nearby that was some friends at family. Would happily sort us out, and I'd sit in there hours on end trying to get my computer to break, replicate the issues for him. And it can be a nightmare to figure that stuff out as well. Me, it ended up being He put the RAM from like the right side slots into the left and all the problems went away. And he said this shouldn't exist as an issue. It's like building a car with like your left hand driving your right hand. Should have absolutely no bearing on anything. But that's what it was. And it was like blue screening me and crashing stuff for months. But we got there in the end. He gave me an honourable little Cthulhu figure. Because he said this lived inside your machine. So now you can have one. It was very silly. Let me just sell off me junk. I want a check.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders.
Oh, exactly. Good stuff. You got folks who can rely on for it. That bucket.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Right, how much honour am I sat on? 13k. That is enough to grab up one of them gems.
My directive is to serve you.
1, 2, 3. Yep, my math was just about right. And enough conquest where...
Peruse my inventory again.
Ooh, which one can we upgrade? Ah, exactly. I wish I could say those folks were still there, but a year or two after COVID, they unfortunately got shut down. Just couldn't keep the business going, unfortunately. So I am dreading the next time this thing gets done in, because then I'm like, oh no. Gonna have to figure it out again.
I have calibrated
Say,
my
glad for you,
prices
bub.
to be reasonable.
I need gloves. Who has more versatility? You have a little bit more, so I'm gonna be lazy and just go with that.
My
I do need to... Actually, I don't even think I need to get for the set bonus because I already have. Hang on a minute. They're the only piece that actually has versatility on them from said set, but oh no, the boots do as well. It looks like I don't need to change them. Let me see. Yeah, they'd lose a load, and I don't actually need the versatility there. Or rather, I can. I don't need the set bonus. Boop, and now red. We're all matching. They didn't have any enchants on them, did they? No. That's all good then. Where to put the socket? And put it in the braces. There we go. Oh, sorry, Tara, wrong one. It's your brother. I assume.
My thanks for
Whoops.
your patronage.
Now I just need a versatility gem.
I have an extended supply of goods for
Don't need to
Outlanders.
favourite this anymore. Now we've figured out this. Like, it's called Nerubian Chitin. You get this quest for this mount. Do not buy these. It is not the same crafting material. I nearly made a very drastic mistake. As far as I'm aware... Hang on. Just for science, let me buy one.
My direct
Not 1,500. Let me buy one and see if that goes from 105 to 106. No, it did not. Because it is not the material we need. I'm going to put it back on the auction house.
My objective is to serve you.
I wanted to be sure before I put my foot in my mouth, but I'm not the same material at all. Bizarre that they picked something with the same name. Right, versatility gem. My gold's running low again as well. It's so expensive. I do need to sit down and have a look at the tier sets for next season. See if anything is like to win me over. Right, that's us sorted there. Gonna fly over to the portal to go doing more spiders. Before we jump in though, I'm gonna have a quick bio break as we queue again. Let me just tippity type that into the chat. There we go. Alright folks, stretch your legs, refill your beverage. I'll be back with you in a few minutes. See you soon. And we're back. Thank you for your spec. No, I just missed the queue. At least they're quick this morning. Very rare occurrence. You can get an AFK timer for it though, which I'll take. I've been trying to consider what's the difference between those healers in that first match. Because it can't be just gear. Other than the fact the other two were disc priests, so my old hatred is like, maybe disc priests are the problem. Oh wait, oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. We got that mute button in time, but good to speak. Oh! Do a bit of gathering as I fly on back over to our little Nerubian farming spot. Again, there's still some matches where I am not using my crowd control. More Cyclones, more Haymaker, more Vortex. Vortex is a little more difficult, so I'm half considering it for peeling for other healers and DPS. And then when to use it to lock down a target in front of me. When is it more useful, one or the other? And I think that's just something we're going to have to feel out on a match-by-match basis. Stuff. Thank you, delicious wax pile. Onward again. And I know there'll be dungeons that are better spots to do this, but again, we can't be queuing while we're in a dungeon, so we're going to have to make do. Ooh, hello. Overload the crystal ones. I only really seem to overload the crystal ones just because it's way more useful to be sent to another node. Oh no. Inside this goddamn thing. Well, that's an upsetting teleport. I take it back. Luckily the door's right there. I mean, this would be a good spot if they actually dropped the chitin, but they do not. Right, to fly away, please. Nope, you are still in combat.
There's a cache of resources nearby.
Oh, I refuse.
Find it before you have to fight over it.
You always have to fight over it. Let's go have a look. And might as well break up the pace of our little spider farming. And maybe, like, the city is going to be a better place to farm. I'm not sure. Then again, I don't want to get kicked out by the guards, do I? Can we do it? Oh, another alliance, my goodness. Huzzah! I think if we tried to farm in the city, we'd eventually just get kicked out. There's way more civilians than there are actual enemies to nom. And other than maybe Rakahat, this is the busiest spot up there. What was Rakahat? It's around here somewhere. Rakush. I love some of the Rubian names. Get ourselves up under the ship. It's a nice set piece, isn't it? No, Martin nearly went straight into it. Not today, spider mines. I'd say for the queen when I've stunned you. Hollow fall bit, they might have been a little closer together. Mainly because there's these little packs of skitterings. which we could get quite lucky from. This spot here. Yes, delicious chitin. More chitin. In every bit, though. How are we doing, Q? 5 minutes on my bio break. That Q must have just been a very lucky quick one. Alas. The thing I'm noticing is I'm not hitting my little bug button as quickly as I could be. Getting them out and into the fight. More to bear in mind. Nope. Double chitin, isn't that kind? More spider, but oh, the instant went. There we go. So I got a glimpse at the, there's a little bit in Undermine that's a bit of a player housing tease. I think I mentioned it before, like an apartment you could get. It's not really customizable, but it is a separate shared space. Then, you know, every player has their own version thereof. And I wonder if that's set up in there to eventually be turned into housing, or is just kind of a feel for it, you know, more of a vibe check than anything else. I'll be interested to see when we get into Undermine ourselves. Again, I'm pretty sure earliest it's going to launch is probably the 13th of February, which ain't far off. But I think it's more likely to launch on about the 20th. There hasn't been an official release date yet. I think by Wednesday we might get one. So they usually give it a couple of weeks. Isn't really an indication on the calendar as of yet. Oh, 12th, not the 13th. My apologies. Could be when Turbulent Time Ways ends, but I don't know, end of February seems a little late for it. Depends. Might be stuff on the PTR they want to do more work on. Calendar Cup. I think it'll come out before Dark Moon Fair. It's definitely going to be February. Clip that and I can eat my words later if it's not, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be February. Give me that chitin. Delicious. Yeah, they're more tighter knit in the other spot. Like, yeah, you can get those little packs of multiple ones, but it's not quite as put together. Up towards Hallowfall. Bit of AWP. Saw you. Why are you like this? Pretty sure they have a knockback, so I'm going to risk not standing near the edge. I'm not going to risk it. Oh, no, I misremembered. They're fine. No, give me that beef. Oh, the org. Damn it, game. Why are you like this, nodes? Right, here we go. I'm much more dense. But in we go again. Mugambala. What do we got? Resto Druid, Assassination Rogue, Dispriest, Subtly Rogue, Frost Mage. Gonna be a lot of being stunned and slowed in this one. We can try last time when it's the Druid healer. Just getting straight on them and being like, nom, nom, nom. Again, I don't think it's as likely as Dispriest. We can try, we can test those defenses.
Today, your cries of battle and the clash of your weapons.
And the Druid just in the PvP set and the Rogue. Different colours of the same set, a little hodgepodge. I like what they've got going on in the face design. Circlet, bit of scar. And purple leaves to match the makeup, very nice. Oh no, every time. Yes, for Zandala. Mage went invisible. Morning, Kynan. Hope you're doing well today, bub. Hop over to the Rogue. Rogue is immune. Hop over again. There. Ooh, getting bodied this time around. Mage. Get on that Rogue instead. Nom 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 nom. Oh, didn't go down quite. Not quite, not quite. They got away for it. Get the poison off them. Bit more on the Rogue. Keep dodging. I need to swap. Oh, need to bear, need to bear. Not fast enough, bear. Hey. Toughest one yet. A far cry from that first match where we just deleted the healers. Seems we won't get lucky a second time. It's a fancy Rogue Transmog. I don't recognise that colour version for that set. Looks like it's a different set underneath. No idea. Very nice. Let's go again. Trying to catch one out rather than jump on, but the mage will run out of invisibility at some point. Yep. Come here, mage. More bleeds, more dots, more bug. Some Bart skin going. Ooh, other rogue's in trouble.
And honorable death.
Bring some more bleeds. Ooh, big mage damage. Have you gone rogue? Get poisons off him. Oh, and then back up. Nope. Sadness. A lot stickier this time around. I've been spreading my stuff out. What am I doing differently? Why isn't it going as well? It might just be the gear difference and the class difference. There's always a lot to consider. I certainly feel like I'm being slowed about a little bit more. I should try and get on that rogue. Right, in we go again. Nope, everybody invisible. Never mind. And I got the thing. Oh, not quite. Cyclone again. No. I think it might also be a thing of Resto Druid just doesn't quite keep pace with the Disc Priest, which isn't unusual for in the arena, but it's because they're also invisible at the start of the fight. It's trying to just grab someone. I think the rogue at the start just overextended a little bit there, but even so, they did okay. Wasn't like we nuked them down. If the mage had ice walled them in with us, maybe then. Oh, had to ice block real quick. Oh. Defensive's going. Don't need to fight you in your little bubble. Nice. Healer went down. Nah, Resto really doesn't seem to be able to stand up to a Disc Priest. Okay, as long as we can get the draw, we'll be content. Don't want to have to earn all those points just to fall all the way back down again. Alright, here we go. Oh, double rogue. Oh, sorry. I did the polymorph. Need to bear. Oh, it's close, but not that close. Stun, 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 stun. Get bat skin that. Just need a bear again and get my thing going. Oh, that worked. One of me bleeds, one of me bleeds. Oh, everybody just got a little too low all at once. And the rest are struggling with it a little bit. And there were a couple of times there where I had a bleed going and then they broke polymorph, but happened at pretty much the exact same time, so a little difficult. Right, just need to try and win this one so we break even. Oh, nom 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 nom. I think we can get the Druid actually.
Grant him an honorable death.
Nom that Druid. Whoop, bit of lag with the ice wall. Always happens.
Grant her an honorable death.
Hey, got one. Azeroth. +1 rating. Hey, it's better than -1. But take it. Damage wise, we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Just again, it's more managing and shuffling those cooldowns. I think making the healers work on different allies at the same time certainly helps. Let's get going again. I do like this idea of every season trying a new class. Try and get the rated armor set for the PvP stuff. But again, because it's going to be what elite set do I want, there's no guarantees it won't just be the same class again next time. As I say, we're just going to have to wait and see. I do need to do a deep dive. Talias and Nevertell did a video where they go over all the armor sets. That tends to be a good way to look through in a little more detail. But I won't know for sure until I have my hands on it and can open up a little collection and have a good old gander through. But again, I'll be in no rush. I think this next time we're going to see that unless there are some big blitz changes, which I don't believe any have been reported on, we'll know it's solo shuffle from day one. So I think we'll be a lot more efficient than... Like 2/3 of my time on my mage was in blitz, and the entirety of our time on the evoker, for the most part, was in blitz as well. So process will be a lot quicker. Again, it's going to be a big patch with a lot of stuff to do, so we're going to have to see how we get on. I'm certainly more... What's the word? Aware of the process, for lack of a better term. Come here, flyers. So I think we'll manage a lot easier the next time around. It'd also be nice to just do it on the main again. It's been a while. It's had a good old PvP on the Paladin. No. That said, I am enjoying Feral Druid a lot more than I thought I would initially. I thought it was going to be a bit of a slog. I kind of wanted to do balance, but we'd already done some ranged characters, so... being stealthy has not been too difficult necessarily either. I know with rogues there's a lot more dipping in and out, and you've got your stuff like Vanish and flitting about behind people. In the same way I need to be trying to use Maim. It seems like there's a... when you use Cheap Shot and that kind of thing, and keeping people locked down, it's going to take a lot more practice. 9 minutes it says. It's not too bad. Bugs again. Need to be on these bugs a bit more. And a swig of his beverage. Make sure you're doing the same out there. I don't know if I mentioned this last stream. I saw a video where there was a theory that the Nathrazim had planned Shadowlands all along in the way it all turned out. I'm just trying to think of some kind of subversive endgame for the War Within. I don't know if they're gonna... If you try and focus on a big plot twist, you might miss the... actually doing service to your main story going through. Especially if said twist doesn't land. I'm just more curious to the, like, the individual stories of each zone going forward. Like, with everything that happened in Dragonflight, what on earth does Dragon Blight look like? It's still a dragon graveyard? They really emphasize the Gralakond corpse? Make it bigger? Another reason to go back and do Dawn of the Infinite, I suppose. Which again, I can't imagine... It's too rough. Maybe by the end of the expansion that's something I go and do on my main. Should be okay at that point. We'll well out-level it, item-wise. Yep. So many bugs. So far. Said we're a 15th of the way through, but that's not entirely true until I hit 150. See why a number of people said, oh, I gave up on this farm. Especially if there are multiple steps after this one. I guess Blizz know people will do a lot for mounts. Increased damage to... What is that? Increase my haste, but increased damage taken. Sure. I think we'll be fine. Use bumped up a little bit, but we're still much better than we were last Friday. And the rating's actually gone up today rather than down, so we'll take that. Alright, Ruffius, where are we going? Up near the free-for-all area. Let's go find a chest, and we can come kill more spiders thereafter. Hallowfall always seems to be the busiest player count-wise when it comes to grabbing one of these chests. Is it dropping in that underneath bit again?
The Cobus dare to attack our veneration.
No, General, we're busy.
Make them...
Oh, no, we're up this way. To the bridge. Can't see me. I'm hiding behind the box. Don't know I'm here. I'm not alone. It's not going to matter though. No regrowth, no healing for you. Beat this mage. No, don't you touch it. Don't you touch it. I need to try and yeet this warrior off the edge. Not quite. Where is our alliance friend? Get back in there! Damn. I'm away. You'll never take me alive. I'm walrus. We fought for it. Thought about it. Thought about it.
I think they'd appreciate
I said back to Spider Town. You know, I don't think there's a more highly populated spot on the Rubians around Hallowfall, so we'll take it. Oh, bit of a give. There's the poison. I gotta remember that. Remove corruptions works while in cat form. So jumping out and doing so mid-fight, very useful. Bit of ore. Oh, a cheeky bit of ore down there. Yeah. Right, back to it. Even for PvP gear, very big numbers. Love to see it. Again, as long as they're not absurd, it always feels good to get big number. Reason why you love seeing a good roguelike where you really bust up your build as a run goes on and you just become obscenely powerful. That's a big thing in Balatro. The poker, but not really poker, because you're just doing crazy combos for ridiculous cards and points, and the whole purpose is to break the game. That's certainly one in my backlog that's a little more up there, just because, again, I love a good roguelike, and that's really distilling it down. Really want to give it a go. That's what we got, though. Hodgepodge Balance Druid. Rank Disc Priest. Other Disc Priest. We see Disc Priest all over the place. Affliction Warlock and Assassination Rogue. Right, we're going to try and just eat that Warlock. Lest it withers me into naught. It's always the thing about Affliction. They never always seem to be like top of the charts, but it's when you have that giant long ass bar debuffs and you just go, I'm withering, and you just fall down dead. It's very upsetting. Fancy bird. Right, let's go get him. Oh, nice fear. Nice. Squishy Warlock. Balance Druid probably next. Do you want to make some health stones for the rest of us, Warlock? Or I'd appreciate a health stone. That'd be really nice. Please. No. All right. Wow. Truly a selfish Warlock. No, Affliction doesn't have that. I'm 90% sure they do. Oh, you're going nowhere. Oh, I do not want to be cycloned. Dots on the priest. On you. Not bad for you. More slash, more dash, more bite. Now, oh, good, I'll swap to the rogue there. Okay, that worked out real well. I don't think the rogue will be happy, but I don't think anyone expected me to just suddenly turn around and go. Did good though, it did good. Rogue wearing. Again, I like this ethereal looking set. See it more. I think again we go for the Affliction Warlock. Just a little less survivability than the Balance Druid. Almost.
I must get closer.
Oh, good jump away. Rogue in danger. Me in danger. Flip over to this one. No. I'm scared. So afraid. Nice. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. It's going well. Be a very upset Warlock, but I understand. Same we're on a mage, it just feels like, the whole world has seen me for the squishy I am. Hello, tiny rat. Just feasting on the bloodshed. Alright, again! Yeah. I'm sorry, Warlock, it's nothing personal. Oh my goodness. Dead Warlock. Disgraceful. Just hear Cupid in the background. This is why it's hard to rate up on Warlock. Oh. I dread to think in the next season I want the Warlock set and I will have to suffer it myself. The idea of using the gateways and the teleports, that's a lot of bonus buttons. It's a lot of bonus buttons. Sorry, Warlock, it's going to happen again. Warlock wanted to get out in front of it that time. Nice, Warlock got through. Get some damage on the priest. Ooh, nice stun. More. No, Cyclone. Oh, but the dots, though. The delicious dots. Do you want to give us a health stone this time, Warlock? I noticed you did it on the other side. I saw you put the little fountain down. Do you want to do it? Want to give us a stone? No? Not feeling it? Come on, don't be that solly about it. Keep you locked away. Oh, Warlock, I'll give you a moment to run. Ooh, cheeky Cyclone. No. Nice. 72 rating, the full 6. Delicious. That's the best one we've done. That was awesome. I like that an achievement popped as well. Feeling good about that. Ah, challenger. Hang on, bugs. Get queued in again. No, that was really good. That went really, really well. I feel like that Warlock was very, very specifically not doing the Healthstone when I was on their team. That just feels so unbelievably petty. Like, we could see it was on the other side of the arena when they weren't with us. Ridiculous. Free for all. Of course I'm gonna go for you. Alright, they might just be having a bad morning, you know? It happens to us all. We'll take the 6 win. find it hard to believe I'm going to achieve that again on the Druid, but you never know. I've got mail. I can summon a mail bag and find out. Where is... It's in my toys. It was from Dragonflight. A very useful toy to get, by the way. Where are we? Perch. There we go. Bird comes, delivers me mail. Oh! One of these things. Okay, that's in the City of Threads, right? I don't know if it'll be an upgrade, but we can go see. Get a bit of transmog, if nothing else. How's that queue time looking? 7 minutes? Gone down. My goodness. Love to see it. Don't fly into a mine. I believe this vendor is at the north side of the city, or somewhere around here-ish. East side? I can't remember. I've not gone to do it very often. I don't get many of these. I do have a piece of gear that's still bloody token rather than conquest gear, though. Right, where were you? You're somewhere in one of these under bits, aren't you? Use? No. We'll find them eventually. It's not all the way at the bottom. Wait, was it there? No, that's Pet Trainer. Fabrics. Nope. Sorry, don't find me. It's all good. Pots, urns, and armaments. You, is it? That's some mining knowledge here. Could grab that while we're about. How much kedge do I need? More than I've got, but that's transferable, right? It's kedge. Yeah. I have loads there, so we just drop over 600 and say, job done. There we go. Do the same for a herbalist if I find them. Not who I'm looking for, but we'll get there. Oh, the blacksmiths. It's not the manager. I know, they're like down an alley somewhere. Do not spend enough time in the City of Threads to remember. At least we found the herbalist.
See you.
Nope, another... There we go. Gimme.
Grow with honor. Our mind is clear.
Angry mushrooms. We do those. Bum, 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 bum. Lovely. And a lush lure drop. Right, now where are these two? It was 2 NPCs. And otherwise, I can't quite remember how you get these marks. I think it's from raiding. It's not you lot. I'm pretty sure it's a little further down, like in these gutter bits, but where exactly, I'm unsure. Already checked here, Barrow. God damn it. I'm just coining suckles. In the back there. Oh, hang on. Might be down here. Was a little redder. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere down here. Ah!
The weave has
Ugh,
delivered
eggs.
the customer.
Right, just want to use Hero Outfitter, Competitor's Outfitter.
I see you see my wares.
Yeah, you're the PvE set. Each can trade for one of these.
Elix
The Weapons
Cottage.
Merchant, that's just for blacksmithing. You're the PvP one. Not an upgrade, not an upgrade, not an upgrade, not an upgrade. Damn it.
Most
Just flung that tiny spider.
appreciated.
Which one of these appearances do I want then? It's for the yellow one. Do what I always do. Go for the shoulder pads, probably. Yellow fur there's not bad. But it's always the shoulder. When given the choice, always the shoulder pads. But there we go. Pop that down here so I don't sell it back by accident.
Return for more.
Said that in a very distressing way, Nerubian. Nope, we're good. We're good. We leave. Thank you for your services. Let's get back to our little farming spot. Desperately trying to categorise that in my brain to remember for the next time. Although I imagine we won't be getting another one of those tokens anytime soon. Especially with the next patch coming out. Also, how close am I to this saddle? 68%. I still think we'll hit 1800 before we hit that point. It's a shame. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I wish the saddle came first, but otherwise it's just really difficult to go and get all those older vicious mounts. Because you have to double up every season. You get the new one, then you have to go back to get an old one. It'd just be a nightmare for new players. I don't know if you can get like a third. You know, if you've already got a vicious saddle, can you just keep vicious saddling? Does it constantly grow? Ooh, little pack of multiple here, just gonna grab these. Come here. Oh, a little tankier than I was expecting, but we're fine. There you go. Give me that chitin. Oh, free chitin. Isn't that nice? Back up to the top. Right in now. About 170 off. Oh, wow. That's a... Grab all that. Most of it. Oh! This might have been a mistake. Just pop a cooldown, get rid of them all. Oh my god. Please. Bite, heal, bite. Okay, panic over. All good, all good. Give me that chitin. 6! Oh, lovely. Eventually. Now we're a 15th of the way there. A little over the average on the queue times. Hopefully we're popping in a moment. Do a few more. Unless the queue jumps to, you're in half an hour. See how we get on. Or chitin in the meantime. Right, let us escape the overly dramatic music. Whoosh. It's still dramatic, but you know, it's a little less spidery. Oh no, it just goes straight into the nice Hallowfall theme. Ah. I still prefer the Isle of Dawn, but I know Hallowfall wins out for a lot of folks. Mainly due to our big shiny crystal friend. I can't see him down here, so it's fine. So in terms of catching up on shows, I forgot to mention my good old Critical Role for those who enjoy your D&D shows. It's been harder to keep on top of it these days. We got there on episode 120 of the third campaign. Truly the end game of end games now. There's been a lot of criticism about this third campaign because it's tying in the first two a little bit more. It's not standing on its own as well. Now, completely valid concerns and complaints there, but I like the fact that they get this opportunity. So rarely can you get, you know, your D&D game with mates to last throughout one campaign, let alone 3, and to be able to set it in the same world, build up all those almost generational shifts, for lack of a better term, you know, a story that can expand over many, many in-game years and get these bigger overarching build-ups. Something to be said for them having the capability to do that. It's been really cool to see, and I'm sure it will all make wonderful animated series if they continue to get that far with it. We know their second campaign, the Mighty Nine's coming at some point this year. We know Vox Machina's getting another one. It's all exciting stuff. Apparently they're going to be announcing a video game this year. I think they just announced like a Cozy Farm Sim. I'm just hoping for some kind of action-adventure, Monster Hunter-esque set in Isilra, which is their like big northernmost, harsh, icier, overgrown wilderness continent with loads of stuff on it. Big monsters. There's a lot you could do there. Slayers take Hunting Guild. I'd love to see it. I don't necessarily want a game where you play as the cast. You know, as much as I love Grog, and a game where Grog would just hit things looking very much like Kratos but a little bit sillier would be great. Kind of just want to play in that world more than all else. And I think if you try and retell that story again, you know, you've done it on your campaign, you've done it in some comics, and now you're doing the show. I don't think you then need to set a game in it as well. I think that's a lot of the problem that you get with like movie tie-in games and stuff like that. You're just retelling the movie. Like anime games as well fall into that trap. You're just trying to retell what's already done. I mean, Dragon Ball games have done that to death and have tried to find ways around it. I liked the idea of them Sparking Zero having alternate timeline stuff. That's the interesting thing that games can do. Really dive into what could be. And that's kind of what I'd like to see more of. I don't think you could do a Witcher-style moral choices. How differently would the world change? I mean, it'd be a lot of work. It's not impossible. I think that would be way easier to miss than it would to be a success. But we'll have to see. As we said from the Microsoft Direct, there's going to be a lot of hesitation for companies to announce anything until we get something more ironclad on GTA 6 and people know which months to avoid. Unfortunately, that's just how big that game is, you know. And unless it truly flops, which I find it hard to believe after that many years in the oven it's going to, it will certainly take over most of the year. Shuffle queue. Good. Let's hoping we can get another good set of rating. It's a more eloquent way to say that. A good set of rating. Another big bump of rating. Oh, we have militia in here. Good stuff. 1633. What do we got? Holy Paladin, Demonology Warlock, Arms Warrior, Subtlety Rogue, and a Mistweaving Monk. Monks. Wearing the Warden set, the PvP weapon, Bony Rogue. Your fancy knives. They don't really go with your bony setup, but sure, Rogue. This HUD's doing work. I think we just go for the Warlock again.
Let's the best team win.
It's got to bear in mind more Paladin bubbles.
Who am I kidding? Give me a good show.
Has to be my favourite announcer of the lot. It's an opportunity to not have Rhaegar doing any of these, though. You know, the old Orc Shaman, Varian in the gladiatorial ring. That guy'd be great. Some more official arena business. Right, here we go.
It's time for the show. Don't disappoint
Come in for your Warlock. Oh, man, they're moving around that way. Give me it. Give me my bleed. Bugs. More. Bite. Done. More. Bite. Keep the bleeds going. Ow, 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 ow.
So close.
There, time.
This just means more entertainment for me.
Rogue's in trouble. Maybe Cyclone in. Maybe Haymaker in. Bah! Swap target a little bit. Howie. Don't need my defensive yet. Bar off though. Don't know if the Paladin bubbled or not. Unclear. Matter though, Jesus. Some stuff on the warrior as well. Try and get more bleeds on more people. Heal the rogue, remove those curses.
Oh, so close. This just means more entertainment for me.
Keep them alive. There to remove the slow. That's one thing I'm forgetting. Ow.
Oh, so close.
By rogue. No, not quick enough.
The strongest mortals are. For now.
Right, that Warlock was way tankier than the other two that we've dealt with so far. Maybe that's the difference between a Paladin healer. Oh, so kind. Healthstone. A less selfish Warlock. They're in most of the ranked set. Shavara themed. It's very nice. Oh, set focus to them so we can keep an eye on who they're targeting. Probably just try and body the warrior. Paladin seemed to do a fantastic job of keeping multiple people all the way up at the same time. Ugh, gross. Go spider mount. Get rid of it. Okay, okay. This bug's going. That rip going again. All bleed out together. Our defensive's going. Tiger back up. Paladin's bubbled. The rogue. Bear. Get my regen. Get the heal. Sure, you want to fight me in here, rogue? That's fine. Oh, he was going down faster then. Oh,
So close. This just means interesting.
Nice.
I did not expect.
Warlock doing really well with those spheres. I need to be on my cyclones more. Need to be actually hitting Haymaker and punching people. And off we go. Warlock, go. It was still there. What happened? Some dots on the monk.
Oh, so close. This just means more entertainment for me.
Need to get that curse off the warrior. Come. Suddenly giant demon. Restock rip. Nope, it's done. So this swap to the rogue. So feared. So afraid.
So close. This just means more entertainment. Interesting. I did not
Heal proc
expect
only just
this
happened
outcome.
thereafter. Could have punched away the rogue maybe. The rogue way squishier than the warlock for whatever reason. To bear that in mind. Don't know why though. Just a warlock very used to it. Maybe that's something demonology can do a little more. Oh, way more pets. Wait, sacrifice health. Health funnel. I can't, not health funnel. The I'm sure there was a way to sacrifice a pet or a chunk of its health to heal you a bit. Probably going to lose some rating on this one though. Oh dear, rogue. Get rid of that curse on you. Need more dots, please. I do rip. What am I doing? More ripping and tearing. Tiger's Fury. I need to swap to my Healy stuff. Bet. Ah, misplaying and misplaying again. Need to get out of line of sight for the Warlock. That's what I'm not doing.
This just means more entertainment for me.
I feel like I'm done sod all at the Warlock again. To bear. Oh, just in time for the hand to come down. Monk. Come on, come on, come on. We're so close, we're so close.
This just means more entertainment for me.
Nope, death.
Interesting. I did
Damn.
not expect this outcome.
I feel like the rogue was on the monk for the vast majority of that. Should I have swapped over and been on the monk too? It feels like they were going down at the end there. I don't trust Miss Walker Monk. They've got so many ways to get away, and I hate Life Cocoon. It's such a big bumper shield. I think here we certainly go for the rogue. Try and keep the Warlock Cyclone to limit their damage. Bad order, bad order. Yo. Don't know why I cycled that. I meant to cycle on the Paladin, but sure. Hit that.
Whoa,
Get him,
so
get him, get him, get him!
close. This just means more entertainment for me. Interesting.
Oh, thank goodness.
I did not expect this outcome.
Okay, going for the rogue was definitely the right strategy. I just needed to not cock up that cyclone early on. Lift down. I think this one's winnable. At least that'll bring us up to the draw again. I'll take it. That. A hand tiptoes around. It's such a fun little mount animation. rogue does not want to pop itself. Come on, Paladin, get it there. Oh no, that's bad. Right, all those dots go and swap to the rogue. Nope, the rogue's dodging. Never mind. Oh, mark skin. Oh, I just got a cocoon off as well. And the other one.
Oh, so close. This just means more entertainment for me.
Come on, come on. You're so close.
Oh, so close. This just means more entertainment for me.
No.
Oh, so close.
Beat, beat,
I
beat, beat.
see
Nice.
who the strongest mortals
Okay,
are.
give us the draw. A plus
For
2.
now.
I'll take it. Still doing really well in the damage numbers. Pretty happy about that. I think we'll do one more. Again, the queues have been pretty much 12 minutes and under, so... Unless it, pardon me, suddenly shot up. No, that's okay. Oh, chitin. No. 1,000,000 damage. Absurd, and I love it. Yeah, there was a really stark difference in that Demonology Warlock. I don't know if they're just inherently tankier than the other specs, but it certainly didn't feel like, you know, we've had a few games of Warlocks in them today. Big difference there. And Paladin Healer seems to be up there in terms of where Disc Priest is. Preservation and Boka somewhere in the middle, doing alright, and then a Monk's up there, Paladin and that too. It just seems like Restro Druid is the short end of the stick, or it just has a much higher skill curve. Like the top end can be really good, but the gaps between are much bigger. At least that seems to be the vibe from the few we've seen today. Yeah, there's never going to be tactical picking for me in the class I'm doing. It's just, which elite set do I want, you know? And spec will mainly just be personal preference. I know, like I said on the mage, I'd have had a much easier time if I had gone frost, but I like it to be fire, you know? It was a lot of fun being fire as well. Instant pyroblasts. A joy. Especially into the face of another. Oh. I still reckon we will have our rating done before we come anywhere close to this chitin quest. I'm gonna have it for years. It's gonna be sat on this character, the goddamn chitin. Mistimed my interrupt. Bash. Not about Rhaegar before. I don't think changing up the announcers would do loads for Arena. I don't necessarily think having a consistent announcer through them would help either. It's good to have the different ones. I don't know how you change it up. I don't know how you mix up Arena in a way that's not just... There was an old one which was just a big open... I think it was like in Orgrimmar or something. And there were flame vents on either side and platforms that would rise up. I haven't seen that arena at all. I don't know if that's just not in the rotation this time or it's been removed from the game. No idea, but I remember a lot of time in that one. It was a very big arena. And we know the Goblin one they're adding for Undermine is very small. Very specifically very small. Oh, pardon me. Again, I just don't know what happens to all the old arena maps. Might be a rotation thing, but I don't remember seeing it in any of the skirmish games we had either across this season. Unless they're out of both skirmish and ranked for the whole season, which seems unnecessary. Again, I don't get it for arena maps. It's not like learning a StarCraft map or anything that big, you know? And it's not like it'd have to be the map of a MOBA where everything is the same and your map knowledge is going to help. Which spot of this bush should I ward, you know? Actually, where most arenas don't have traps or anything and it just comes down to a series of boxes. It's odd. Maybe there were complaints about them. I don't know. I don't check in with the rumblings of the PvP side of the game. I just enjoy my bits of it. It'd be nice to hear for something. Have you got any thoughts on the state of PvP in the game? If it's like your go-to and you're just cringing watching me make innumerable mistakes over and over again, what are you looking for in WoW's PvP? Are you happy with where it's at right now? What new things do you want to see? Especially ways to encourage new players to get into it. Make queues faster. More rewards, maybe. More effort from Blizzard in what they're putting into it. Like the war mode stuff, it's a little bit. It's not exactly PvP objectives from back in day. But it's something. Or is that a side of it you're just like, eh. Sit in town, I do my queue. I never bother really going out past leveling.
The orphans of Merodar have been asking to...
I know, Farin, I know. The poor orphans, but we've got war to do.
The links, get the zoomies.
I know, and they're delightful zoomies. I'm fine. Back here, helicopter. Aye, just me again, being a swine. And no more alliance, shut up. Such as it is. Is this a safe place? Maybe if I can... Yeah. And we're sneakily away. Unsuccessful, but away. It's not a bad spot to farm Nerubians here. It's just going to be a little busier player-wise, I imagine. Why not? Let's change it up. End of the day, it is just more spider murder. It's all good chitting to me. Music this little bit almost sounds like Ocarina's Temple of Time. And when you're going in, you're putting your stone down. Or not just Temple of Time. Was that Zelda's throne room when you first get Zelda's Lullaby? Those who remember that. Great fairy fountains. It's that kind of vibe. Which is odd for a shipyard being attacked, but you know. Maybe it's because we're in shadow form. Belladar. It's gone eerie. Such happy murderous kitty. In D&D, obviously, your druid can shift into different forms and get lost, but there isn't really bleeds per se outside of specific items. Difficult to build whilst feral druid in there 1-for-1, but I'm sure there's plenty of folks who've got something going for that. I'd be curious to see. Also, I haven't looked into any of those new books that have come out or are coming out. You know, the redo of the set. New Dungeon Master's Guide and all that. Player's Handbook. Feels a little superfluous to do so when not playing, but I would still like to know at some point. Yeah, get the channel earning first, and can focus on a little bit of superfluous again, but you know, a long way to go. Much more biting, much more games to be played. Speaking of, we had Remnant 2 last Friday, getting into more of the boss rush mode. And now it's a big one called the Gauntlet, which is like 19 bosses. They are not quick runs. I've gotten to like, oh, what were it? About 9 out of 19 for just getting bodied. Which was really upsetting because I was doing really well. And then just I underestimated the intro to a boss fight and was like, right, and this fight's going to be like that. Oh, and I'm dead. It's over. But a good way to earn materials and XP in that game. Still prefer the roguelike mode from the first game, but I am liking it quite a bit. A lot more than I expected. And the fact you can earn equipment from the main game is a nice bonus. Although it's only been rings and stuff so far, I imagine I have to just get a little bit further. Start unlocking weapons and that kind of thing as rewards for it. No. How are we doing? Cute. Almost there. Ooh, big. Now our music's a little more like No Morgani, happy and playful. Why are we like this in a war zone? I say it's all cheating to me, so that's fine. Oh, that little, yeah, that the hand does on the Druid. For a player house, we'll get an Arathi boat, sky ship house. Other than it being a feature for an expansion itself where we are like customizing and building up some kind of boat, airship, that kind of thing. The possibility of having something that just roams around. I know you can pick where to park it, that'd be pretty cool. Choose your view from your window. Might be a little ambitious for the start of player housing, but I don't know, your own moving skyship or Draenei spaceship's probably a little much, isn't it? That's not views from your window at that point, that's views from space. Still, that's probably more stationary, and you've already got the Priest Order Hall doing that. Warlock Order Hall is another planet, so it's not too far out of the realm of possibility. Do a bit of gathering. Got some materials to hand back in, which we can go and do. You painting stinger, gross name. I'm getting that Feral Frenzy is also a bleed. To bear in mind a little more. Although I am pretty much hitting it when it's off cooldown. Does it count for my little blood talon thing here? Hang on. If I'm thinking of my main open of the PvP, let me give it the 16 seconds it needs. Again, it says free generators, right? So, my Rake, Moonfire, and Frenzy. Feels like overkill though, because it gets me to 5 combo points. It does do it for Blood Talons, but it feels like a waste. So I want to regen those combo points really quick. Those delicious herbs. Well, we haven't overloaded yet. Why not? Double. Very nice. What noise? Is that just the waterfall? Oh, it's Belladar shifting. I don't hear it often enough. I'm going to take a casual fly back to Dornagol, as it's not going to be long now. Shouldn't be. Hey, you speak of the devil. Blackrook. See if we can make this one a win. Feral, like me, be able to compare the damage. Survival Hunter, Resto Druid, Holy Priest, Rep Paladin. I think we can try Body the Druid again, potentially. Did really well that first time on that Resto, so I'm hoping we can just do the same. Grimoire Paladin. Contrast with the red makeup on the priest. Goes quite well with the set they got going on. Very shiny shoulder pads. Press the lever. See if we make this a win. Bugs, gotta get me bugs out. Oh, gotta waste that tree. There. Stun didn't stop them then. Don't get it. Start spreading my bleeds. Why was I suddenly on the pet? I don't get it. Oh, Incarnation came off cooldown as well. Could have been using that. Maybe I should have stayed in the other feral. That first, like, barrage of damage. I just thought the resto would go down easier, but evidently not. And the Rep Paladin will just bubble at some point, but if we can bait that out with some bleeds. So better just to get stuck in, I suppose. Eee. Okay, there's a shield. Get more bleeds. Why immune? Why suddenly immune? What happened? Jesus. The execute. Why did the Druid go immune? What happened there? That's perplexing of the lot so far. This is the batch where I lose all the rating. Absolutely. So Druid out damaging me as well. Not out healing me, weirdly. Nom, tiger, nom a bit more. Nope, there's the turtle stance. I should have interrupted with a smite, that was a waste. more bleeds and dots on everybody, please. That's having a few different bleeds around. Still difficult though. So when the priest's in that angel form, I can't use Cyclone there, potentially? So many little things. Nearly whiffed it completely there. The paladin was just going for the healer. I wondered where they were. Can't attack that target. Oh, it's not a matter of they can't be cycloned, it's a matter of you can't anything them like this. Right, the paladin swap. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh. Messy. That was the paladin's tactic of just go for the healer, I suppose. Eventually we'd break through, but that's me again. I've got the set focus here for a very specific purpose. To literally keep an eye on that, and my brain is just this little bit, it's just a blind spot. Don't understand why. Maybe I need to put it slap bang in the middle. Whoa. was the one fear on the healer there, and suddenly Hunter Friend got immediately murdered. I'm not quite sure what happened there. No, my bleed's on it, but goodness me. No, I'm doing more than the other fair. I don't understand. It's fine. It happens. Last one. We've at least got the draw, so we shouldn't be losing any rating. But I think between the Feral and the Ret Paladin, that's just going to be us sorted. Need to try and save the Hunter. Ah, now it is me who is cycloned. No. Rating unchanged. Oh, the other Pharaoh got just past me. Oddly, my healing done's like a huge amount more than theirs. The difference is there. Maybe that's just using Entangling Roots a lot more. Quite possibly something to look into. Right, let's get ourselves back to Dawn of Gaul. We'll call it for the morning there. Give me my pacified. Let me in. Oh, hang on. Just a little bit of ore. Huzzah. I like him picking the Cultarian as well. Was a good idea. He's looking pretty good. Want that silver. It's like 8 Witcher voice lines. How'd you like that silver? Just Geralt and Doug Cockle going for it. Oh dear. What are we getting here? Oh, that chitin sold. Fascinating that it sold. That quickly, if at all. Again, maybe that's people testing what I do. Sure, people make money off that mistake I nearly made. Can't sell that back yet.
My directive has been.
But I can put some stuff in the war bank. Laid out, ready for more running about tomorrow. Again, we'll be mainly focusing on the Druid just because we don't know exactly when the next patch is coming, and I'd rather get it sorted sooner than later, and we get onto some casual leveling in the meantime. There we go. Alrighty then. With that, folks, I'll say thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed yourselves, don't forget to hit that like button, as it helps push the video through the algorithm. Have more folks come and share some WoW mornings and other games. Speaking of, subscribe for more content on the channel. We're 9 AM GMT with World of Warcraft and 6 PM in the evenings with other games. You can find playlists to all the stuff we've already covered right here on the channel. Just go beyond that video tab on YouTube. You've got the playlist section where it's all... what's the word I'm fumbling? All organised neatly for you to binge to your heart's content. So until next time, folks, much love, take care, and bye-bye.